Hey guys, how we doing? So, I am back today with some more Supreme Commander. We're moving on to the second mission of the Aeon campaign, which is known as Machine Purge. Now, weirdly enough, I'm more worried about this mission than any other missions during the campaign, purely because so far I keep failing on the second mission of the campaigns. Don't know why, but they seem to be the hardest for me. So, every time it's been after I complete the first objective, I get screwed over by air. So my plan this time is to build extra anti-air before I do the first objective, just because it seems to be very consistent that aircraft just screw me over. So we're gonna hope that we can avoid this eventuality this time. But we will see. Maybe it will be a continuation of our failings. But hopefully not. But yeah, other than that, we're jumping in with the second Aeon mission. So, what are our objectives today? The sirens are flourishing here. Cleansed from the name of the Aeon Lumina. 80% of the town must be cleansed. Don't know where the town is. Maybe up here? Probably up there. Seems like a, distinct area. And other than that, we want to capture some of their stuff. So I'm not sure what stuff we're trying to capture, but we'll try and figure it out. Get this extra power built. There's not really any reclaim around other than a few trees at the front. I think after the commander gets that, he's going to go up here because it looks like this is the obvious place to get attacked from. Maybe we'll get hit in the navy as well, so I might build some boats at some point. But that's not as urgent because I don't trust this scout that's flying around over my head, to be honest with you. It's making me feel very uncomfortable. Let's throw down an air factory. And then some power. Get an anti-air turret. Oh, hello. Sneaky scout. Do not approve of that. Then I think we're going to get some tanks, I guess. Just a few basic ones. We're going to want a radar at some point, certainly. Maybe up here? Nah, let's put a radar over this side. And we'll grab a scout plane. Oh, hello. Where do you think you're going? How many scouts are they sending in? What is this nonsense? Ah. So, we found some things we're trying to claim. Oh. Sirens launching a counterattack. Build anti-air and land defenses. Okay, I will build another anti-air turret. And then I think when we've got that done, we'll build some anti-air guns as well. And from here, we'll build... I guess... Sure. Something like this. There's a lot of fighters, but it's just fighters, so it's not the end of the world. Well, that's a lot of crap. Guys. Oh, it really just bombed all of my... Okay, well, seems like we're already getting off to that. Let's have a good start on mission 2. Like, what is it about mission 2? Like, what is this? Like, seriously, we're like 2 seconds into the mission, I'm getting hit by, like, a stupidly large army. What is going on? I have to, like, retreat my commander into the water, and he's, like, the only one that's doing any defending. Guess I'll move my engineers out as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to lose, aren't I? Yep. What is it with mission 2? Oh my god, why do I lose mission 2 every time? Why is mission 2 the hardest mission of the campaign? Like, legitimately, what's going on? I don't understand. Like, there's no other campaign that will just that early. Also, I apparently can't leave. Can I? There we go. Yeah, there's no other campaign which will that early throw like 40 million tanks at you. And all the world's bombers. Okay, jeez. I thought it was after I completed the first objective it'd do something. This one was even worse. This is just like, oh, I see you built a land factory. Well, it's about time you died. Oh man, I think I'm going to skip the air factory early on and just pump out more land then. Well, here we go with attempt number 2, because the first attempt didn't take very long. Maybe I should say it didn't last very long would be more accurate, but... Okay, there we go. Just gonna grab this, then we're gonna put some extra... Do we build an extra factory or just put extra build power down? I'm not sure. Wow, I failed the first time within 7 minutes. I mean, at least it means you're not having it dragged out. But I was literally just saying, see, I wasn't joking either when I said about worrying about failing on mission 2. Let's see if we can keep it to 1 failure, because currently we haven't failed a single mission more than once, although even knowing what's coming, that was scary. So I'm not entirely certain if I managed to do this in 1 go or not. Well, in 2 goes or not, should I say. But we'll find out. I'm just going to build a bunch of tanks when that's done, and then I'm going to get the engineers after they finish this to just build anti-air. Maybe I'll build a point defense turret over this side or something. You can get this one to go build that mass extractor. Okay, you go grab this, and then come back and assist. And yeah, I think when these guys are done, I'm going to actually send them up here and build a point defense. Oh, these things are already here. They're just hoarding random little things around my base. It's weird. When you've done that, if you can come and give us another anti-air turret down there, I guess. Sure, why not? And then a radar. Aha, it's already proven useful. You know what? I'm going to build another anti-air turret. Straight away. Get this going quickly. Okay, we've got 2 anti-air turrets. We're going to get a 3rd one. We're going to get a radar down, a bit of extra power. Just going to send you out to reclaim those. Sadly, those things have so little mass that they just disappear when you kill them, but it's fine. Go, a bit of extra mass. You're still building auroras. Spread them out a bit so they don't get bombed. So you know what I should probably do is just patrol them.
Knight, Cybran units are preparing for a counterattack. Brace for an assault from the north. Choir out.
Yeah, yeah.
Get off my planet, monster!
I think we'll get a point defense over here as well if we can. Because this is just harsh. Like, what is with all this? But look at that many bombers. That is just mean. Like, if you don't know this is coming, there's no way. Like, even knowing this is coming, this is harsh to defend from. Right, look, I already lost this thing. Lost all my land forces. Lost a point defense over here. Oh, Commander, move, move, move. Yep, not going to be able to rebuild that. Oh, keep Commander moving. Keep you moving. We might be able to survive this time. Taking out all the bombers. We're going to lose most of our base still, even though we literally did nothing but prepare. Like, I didn't build any extra power that I didn't want. All I did was prepare for this attack, and it's still nearly killing me. No, we've got artillery in the back as well. Jeez, oh, leave me alone. This is brutal. Okay, and I think I've cleared up. My entire base is gone. Oh, no, never mind. They're still here. Oh, I may even destroy my factory. Really? I'm literally like back to where I started. The only thing I have is a single mass extract and a lot of reclaim compared to when I started the mission. What? That is a ridiculous attack. That's way worse than any of the other missions were. Like, this is, as weird as it sounds, considering I've completed the UEF and Cybran campaign, this is by far the hardest mission I've done so far. Like, any sort of an attack now, I just lose. So I pretty much just started again. Well, and there's artillery at the back, of course. Wait, there's still more? Leave me alone, please!
Knight, the Cybran assault has been blunted. Choir out.
Man, that's harsh. I feel brutalized here. Well, I repelled the Cybran assault. Kind of. Don't know if you can even call that repelling something, but... Well, let's see if we can rebuild. Because we are very behind now. Well, I assume we're very behind. I don't know. Maybe this mission expects you to get completely ruined at the start, but it's a bit of a weird way to do things. Okay, let's try and get this back. Rebuild that. And rebuild that. Actually, no, I'm going to rebuild the two anti-airs over here and hope that's enough. And then we'll try and repair this wall. Really? You're kidding, right? If this is just aircraft, it's fine, but if there's a bunch of what the heck? Seriously, what is this game? This is the most brutal start. Oh my god. And they're all just focusing my commander. Commander, you need to go in the water. You can't even be involved in this game anymore. I'm pretty sure he's just dead. Come on, get into the water. No. Leave him alone. And now there's more. Oh God. I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with this. Like, I legitimately don't know how I'm supposed to handle this. I guess I'll try and build a naval factory? Like, I don't... Wow, okay. Am I really bad at this game, or is this unreasonable? I have no power, though. Gonna be relying on my commander's 10 power output. The thing is, I'm probably just gonna get this bombed anyway. But hey, you know, we're gonna see if we can make some weird comeback. This might turn into a really long stream if we don't fail this time. Or they're just gonna send some boats in soon and I'll just die. You know, either or. Wonder if I can sneak a power plant down here. No? Darn it. That would have been nice. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing now. I guess we'll try and help build this anti-air boat quickly. This is, like, really just nuts. This is so, like, so beyond the difficulty of the final missions on the UEF and Siren campaign. Like, to the extent that I'm almost worried if I'm even capable of doing the Aeon campaign. I'm not even sure what I did wrong here. Like, I guess I could have built another land factory and spammed mobile anti-air. Let's get the patrols a bit further away from the beach because we don't really want to be shot at. Need a couple of anti-air boats because otherwise I'm just going to get bombed. Look, what is this mess? So I'm building a frigate next to try and clear the shore. Problem is, I need to get on land so I can build, like, maybe I'll go over here and build a power plant? Yeah, look, let's migrate. Can we build a singular power plant over here, please? It would be of great use. Well, this is definitely turning in... Wait, is she serious? Of course they can reach. I guess I need to build my naval yard, like, here or something. Like, have you seen this mess? Like, how is this a reasonable number of units to be dealing with at this point in the game? Oh, and here come the bombers. Of course. Look at them all. A battalion of bombers. But I really don't know how I'm supposed to do this mission. I'm in a far worse position than I was when I started the mission. I have a single power plant. Yay. I guess I could go build my navy over here. I'm gonna see if I can sneak on one more power plant. Maybe. If they don't spot, maybe they don't have radar coverage here and they won't spot it. I don't know. Like, this is the kind of situation where I should really restart. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do if I restart anyway, so we're playing the weird version of Supreme Commander now, I guess. Oh, clouds. I don't actually remember the game having clouds. It has, like, one cloud? Well, that's kind of weird. Well, let's come over here. I think this is probably far enough away from the shore, right? Okay, and then we're going to build 5 anti-air boats. And because we can build them on water, I'm going to build some anti-air turrets as well. Because, no, I don't trust these. They're too close to the land. Well, this is turning into an interesting experience. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Okay, so we're getting a shipyard up. I mean, they've stopped attacking us. The problem is I've run out of mass now. I guess my commander can come back over here underwater and reclaim some mass is probably the right answer. So we're going to send him to get these resources back. And then we're going to build some anti-air boats, which we're going to put on patrol because I don't want them sitting still, because bombers will just appear out of nowhere probably and kill them. Maybe I should get the radar thing on my commander. It's not super expensive. And I have no intel at the moment, which is a bit worrying. Might be worth doing. Yeah, I'm now apparently 15 minutes into this mission and, well, I have a shipyard.
The Avatar is waiting for word that New Catalan has been cleansed. Choir out.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you sent me on such a reasonable freaking mission and I haven't done it already. I'm such a terrible person. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the sensors upgrade. I mean, the double rate of fire sounds pretty sweet to be honest, but I'm not sending my commander out of the water for a good while because it's terrifying out there. I'm actually going to pause this and focus all my mass into my sensors upgrade, and then I'll continue with the boats, and I'll go see if I can maybe snag the reclaim that's right on the edge. Wait, what? Flying reclaim? I'm guessing that's just some sort of a weird visual glitch for like the ones in the back or something. So, this is a very different approach to the missions that I've done before. Basically given up on actually having a base because, you know, that wasn't happening. Again, if I do fail this, I'm going to just build a bunch of land factories, I guess, and I don't know, how much anti-air would I need to deal with that many bombers? I had like 4 static anti-air turrets and it just didn't matter at all. Because the problem is, it's like, oh fine, I beat the first wave, but that doesn't really help if they send in another equally large wave like 2 minutes later. There's some crazy stuff. Okay, just because this isn't terribly interesting to watch, I'm going to put the game up to maximum sim speed. Just to move things along a bit. Because if I'm playing this style of extraordinarily slow progress, like, this is not fun to watch even now. And this is like, you can see how fast that boat's moving. Okay, yeah, look at, what is this? Seriously. What kind of insanity is it expecting me to deal with? Oh dear, Commander, your head's above water, I don't trust this. And then these armies, like, this is a ridiculously large number of things for, like, the second mission of the campaign. The last mission, it was teaching me how to build buildings, and now it's like, good luck, have fun with this. Okay, let's see how close we can get to the shore. Steal a bit of reclaim. Ah, delightful. Just have to be careful about getting ahead too far with water, because these bombers will start bombing. Yep. So that is pretty much all of the mass we're getting. And the problem is, they're just still building more stuff. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to stop this. Like, look how much stuff that is. That's supposed to be my base. I really don't know what I'm supposed to... Like, if I could get T2 Navy, maybe I could handle this, but... as it stands, that's just ridiculous. I don't even have the option of building the resource allocation thing, so I can't even just put it on, like, plus speed and leave it for 20 frickin' minutes. Not that that'd be a very interesting stream, but... but yeah, they've locked me out of all of the mass production, so I'm a bit scuppered here. There's not even, like, a cheeky little mass extractor over here that I can steal. Oh, hold on. Are they coming over here because of my commander? It's fine, I'll come back. Please don't come this way. Leave me alone. No, I'm screwed. And here goes my power. Fine, I will reclaim my power plant. I mean, at least it's giving me mass. Get the feeling I'm about to have a sudden influx of bombers on my location. Well, maybe not. The bombers aren't coming over. If the bombers don't come, I'm okay with that little raid. It gave me a bunch of resources. But I'm going to need more of these boats if I want to have any chance of fighting. Well, this is going to be very micro-intensive. Which would help if the boats weren't completely stupid. Okay, this way, retreat. Oh, it looks like the bombers might have ran out of fuel. Oh, and we're dropping over mass in the water. This is lovely. Okay, like, look at that many bombers. That is an obnoxious amount of bombers. But we are clearing them out. Commander is still alive. This is completely ridiculous. I have no idea what the intended way of doing this mission at this difficulty is. The problem is the project is sending new bombers that aren't out of fuel. Like these ones. I mean, I have a lot of mass now, so that's a positive. But look, it's just like an endless stream of bombers. I just took out so many bombers and the entire sky is just full of them still. I feel like I could do this forever. I mean, I guess it's one way of getting an infinite supply of resources, but it's not quite what I was trying to do. And plus, my boats are getting super high veterancy. Because they're just wiping out, like, so much stuff. I haven't even progressed to the point of trying to deal with the land stuff. I'm just purely shooting at stuff that's on the ground. Oh, in the air, sorry.
The Avatar wishes to remind you that there are greater battles awaiting you once you finish with New Catalan.
Don't know what greater battles you have than this, but this is enough. I don't want any greater battles. This is miserable. I suppose I can fit a factory up here, can I? No. I might have actually been able to without... Yeah, let's see if we can get a factory down here, because that'd be really handy. Aha. Now that is interesting. Because then we can build a point defense, possibly. Although, if he's going to keep spamming things over, I'm not going to have time to build a point defense, am I? Could do with the increased main range on the cannon, that'd be pretty sweet. What's that, a 50-second upgrade for 500 mass? I can probably afford to do that, actually. That'll let him pick some guys off further. I think it might even let him range on the artillery. I haven't actually lost a single frigate during all that. That's pretty impressive, to be honest. And they're all actually even at full health because they're super vetted, so they have loads of health regen. Ah, that is killing my power though. I didn't look at the power cost. That's a bit harsh. Okay, let's pause the factory to help the commander get through with that. As long as it's... Oh, artillery. Actually, it might be okay. If they keep walking into range, we're fine. If they stop out of range, then I'm going to have to cancel the upgrade. Wait, what? What? Being attacked from off this... This mission is actually just cheating. Like, straight up cheating now. Oh, hi there. You just came from off the map. That's fair. I'm just speeding this up to try and get the upgrade on my commander. I did lose a boat doing that, but it's fine. I'm getting artied from off the map. This is the cruelest and most unfair. Luckily these things... Oh, no. Okay. Commander, build a turret, please. Then stick an anti-air up on this hill. And then... Oh, wait. Then rebuild the power plant there. Then get me a land factory. Sadly, there are no mass extractors here, so this is still pretty rough, but there's a lot of mass in here, so we should be okay. Gonna get frigate rebuilding again. Okay, we've got this built. No, move. Angry artillery shot. Oh, and angry bombers. Seems like they've rebuilt some bombers. We hadn't had any of these for a little while. Come on, keep moving. Everybody mobile. This is the weirdest way to do a mission, but it's kind of maybe working. And we even a frigate, which we can bring up to the front, and I believe will outrange the land units. I hope it outranges the land units, otherwise I have no idea how I'm solving this problem. Maybe we won't outrange the artillery. Like, that is just obscene. And of course, bombers. All of the world's bombers. And there goes a frigate. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. This is a bit silly. By a bit silly, I mean this is completely ridiculous. Okay, let's get some reclaim. Get rid of the resources. Down here, rebuild the power plant, and then build the land factory. We're still doing frigates, it's fine. We can get a couple more attack boats because we really need to get more anti-air. These artillery are going to be a pain because they can outrange my point defense here, but we'll deal with it as it comes. He actually seems to be driving into range, so we might be okay.
Check your objectives if necessary.
Yes, I know, check my objectives. Have you seen the kind of stuff I'm dealing with, lady? Why don't you send me some reinforcements or something? Like, I don't know, tier 30 units, because I feel like that's what I'd need to clear out this much junk. For a minute I thought that boat was an enemy boat. I was like, really? You can send boats at me as well now? I think if there had been a boat, that would have been the point where I would have just been like, okay, we're restarting again. Probably should have done that by now. Like, I don't know if this is interesting viewing because it's like such a weird struggle, or if it's terrible viewing because, well, I'm kind of not really doing much. I apologise for the latter. Probably depends on the individual, I guess, but... Oh, here come the bombers again. Move, 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 move. This is the problem. When they're on patrol, they stop moving as soon as they find a target. I really want them to keep moving around. That's the entire point. But... I mean, having them on patrol is still better than not, because that way if I forget, they're at least moving at first, but... Overall, it's still far from the ideal scenario. If there's any more space I can build a factory, is there? Put an air factory on the hill. You know what? Why not? This game is weird enough already. Let's go for it. I'm actually genuinely a bit sad that there's no one here watching at the moment, just because this is, I don't know, to me this is really interesting in like a bizarre kind of way. Shame that's not quite above land. Could have put a radar on here, would have been kind of handy. Maybe we should get a sonar just in case. Nah, I should put a radar back over here. We can find a decent place for it. Sadly, there's no good corner to build on. I guess we could build a radar up here. Doesn't cover this area, but... Can I actually get up here? You know, stuff it. Let's just build a bunch of power. Because we're definitely going to need more power for this. Sure. What happened? I don't know. Something like that. Okay, you're getting the power out. We're getting some scouts out, although they have so much air that this is just going to draw them in. Although if they draw them in over the air turrets and the boats, this should be fine. Help clear out some of the enemy interceptors. Don't know what I'm doing about this land. I really want to go back over here because I would love to actually have my mass extractors. Currently I'm living purely on reclaim, but then again with the amount of stuff he's sending at me, that's a lot of reclaim. Engineers? No. Bad engineers. What are you doing? Well, there go my engineers. Didn't need those, right? Boats. It's like if I don't like keep a watch on these guys 24/7, they just try to kill themselves. No, don't fly over there. Ah, this really is like dealing with idiots. Do want to get radar up though. I mean, the commander's vision is pretty solid to be fair. Like that upgrade I got, I'm pretty happy with. I'd love to have gotten. Maybe I can get this. I don't know. That might be actually viable. I'm gonna get a radar down here. I'm going to lose my point of defense, aren't I? Darn it. Commander, get that down here quickly. Actually, wait, frigates. Frigates, go. Okay, move boats. Move, move, move. Please move. Stupid boats. You know, I should really just build a bunch of anti-air turrets on the lake. Okay, got mobile artillery here. Frigates, I'd really rather if you weren't too clumped up because you'll just get bombed. Just put that and then go wild and see if you can get that power plant up there, because that'd be really nice. This is the most bizarre way I've ever approached a mission, and I can't believe I'm nearly 40 minutes in. I should probably be able to complete this mission in 40 minutes, never mind beyond the first part of it. And another dead boat. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to go and secure some anti-air turrets in here, because these boats are... Then again, the problem is the anti-air turrets can't move either, so they're just going to get hit. And the boats actually have more health than the turrets do. Still going to be a 1 anyway, just because I can, but... Okay, more frigates. Okay, let's send 1 frigate in and see if we can annoy his air into coming to say hi. Can we just come over here and just take pot shots? Well, we definitely know the bomber. It's just been piling up more. Like, I don't think it's actually possible for me to clear this area now. This is getting harder, not easier. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'll set the patrol light way back here so that I don't keep losing all the aircraft I'm trying to build. You're doing that. You're building one of these. Can you just like patrol? Oh, you're actually above land and can shoot. That's actually pretty sweet. So at this point I've lost a lot of my boats. Oh, and I lost my frigate as well because I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, actually I sent my frigate back, didn't I? Never mind. I mean, frigates really should beat Tech 1 land, right? Okay, commander's getting resources. You're doing that. This is completely ridiculous. I don't know why I haven't restarted this. Let's just play at a constant +5. Okay, I've cleared out a lot of the land. A lot of the air, should I say. But look at that many sectors. That is just mean.
The Avatar is waiting for word that New Catalan has been cleansed. Fire out.
And then they get like a single snuff with artillery and just lose boats. Commander, are you doing anything? Do you want to like patrol? Move? Do something? Oh, you're trying to shoot the... Really? Fine. Just on the land here. No, we're actually building this. Interesting. Wait, what? There's something off the map that's shooting me here. This mission is so bogus. Let's just send the commander manually. Grab all this reclaim. There we go. That should keep him busy for a little while. Let's get the anti-air boats in a bit better range. Yeah, I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to try and clear this stuff out. Like, there's just so much junk. I guess we just spam out Auroras? Auroras are aquatic, so they can, like, come and go across the water, which is pretty sweet. Sure, let's do that. Anti-air turrets here are doing fine. You actually got this built. I have no idea how you managed that, but cool. Wait, where are you going, dude? Setting a patrol up here. What are you doing? Calm down. You know what? Can we get a scout off? Can we actually see what's going on? Where are these units even coming from? They've got like no factories. Are they just spawning them in? Is this literally cheating and spawning in infinite units? Is that what I'm dealing with here? Oh, and of course you immediately sent bombers behind all of my anti-air and blew up all my Auroras, because that's just great. Okay, let's send the frigates forward again, see if they can't take off a few of the enemy. Yeah, I'm really not sure what I'm doing here. This is never ending. Maybe for that first wave, I should have just built pure anti-air, skipped the Auroras, and just had my commander to defend land. I don't know. I can't build turrets to defend land because the bombers just coming in one past them.
The Avatar wishes to remind you that there are greater battles awaiting you once you finish with New Catalan. Choir out.
Seriously? Fine. There, patrol them, because apparently you can't leave them sitting still because they'll just sneak bombers in. This is like playing the game on super fast forward just to see if I can get anything done, and I think the answer is probably looking like no. Here we go again. Carpet bombing my tanks. And more, like, they're just sending in more waves from nowhere. Do not understand what's going on here. Frigate goes PQ. And frigate goes splat.
Check your objectives if necessary, Commander.
Check
Fire
my
out.
objectives, really? Okay, let's spread out this patrol a bit more. Yep, look at all these lovely boats, which are all just dying. Okay, let's go back to normal speed. Let's grab the remainder of my tanks. Try and get them over here. How are we doing on air anyway? We've got not nearly enough to be of any relevance to anything. Why do we have so many scout planes? I'm building one scout plane for every 5 interceptors, and yet I have almost as many scouts as interceptors. Sure. Okay, so Auroras do outrange their tanks. They admittedly don't outrange the enemy artillery, but this is like literally a battle to get back to square one. Like, this has just gone so wrong. Yeah, I don't think this is doable on this one. I think I have to restart even after having committed so much time to it. This is just stupid. I mean, I don't know how it's doable in the first one. Like, if they're sending in this many units, how do you deal with that? Okay, let's see. Let's set all of these Auroras to grid 2. You guys shoot the tanks that are in range of you, you know? Don't know why they're not shooting the nearest targets first, you know, like a sensible choice. Oh, and here come the bombers. All 10 trillion... Okay, yeah, I give up. I cannot do this mission, apparently. The problem is they've got so much ground-based anti-air here, I can't even bring in my own air force.
Choir to Knight, respond. Choir to Knight, please respond. We've lost your
So,
signal.
this is my first time failing a mission twice, and I might fail a lot more times, because I have no idea how to do this mission. Like, this start bit is so hard. Maybe I'm just way worse at this game than I think. Like, I don't think I'm great at the game, but I'm usually competent at this game. But seriously, what is it about the second missions of these original campaigns that are, like, so much harder than the original ones? Okay, let's try again. Round 3, fight. I mean, at least it's a challenge.
The city of New Catalan is to your north, Commander.
Boring feels too easy, right?
Avatar Marxon orders you to commence your attack. Choir out.
Right, 5 of these, and then we're going to build, like, I don't know, 10 anti-air guns. Because I just need all of the world's anti-air. Oh, it feels very quiet now because all the shooting's gone away. Go to here, go to there, go here. You get that. Like this, I don't know how I could optimize this bit any better, right? I'm getting some power, some mass, getting the hydro, getting that one in the back. I'm not even trying to be greedy and going out for the front one. Okay, then we've got this. Cool. You can help out with this as well. Don't want you to grab a radar immediately. Okay. Before there were some like sneaky scouts around. Are they here? No. Okay, let's throw down an anti-air turret. You go grab this, then come back here. You guys can build one turret on the left. Then I want you to build more anti-air, just like a bunch more anti-air. These things can patrol all over the place. And we can get another anti-air turret, because we just need as much anti-air as possible. Ideally we want more anti-air than is possible. That doesn't make any sense, but I want it anyway. Of course we have no mass, because... Wait, what? No, I don't need to build a bunch of those. No, I want anti-air. I mean, actually having a couple of artillery might not be the worst thing ever, to be quite fair. Ooh, and a bit of reclaim is highly, highly welcome. Okay, go down here, do that. Grab a point defense up here on the front. Don't think it's going to make it, but we'll try. So have these guys move, because we don't want anything standing still. It just makes you more vulnerable to bombers.
Knight, Cybran units are preparing for a counterattack. Brace for an assault from the north. Choir out.
Get the hell off my planet, monster!
Okay. Anti-air everywhere. Lots of anti-air. If this isn't enough anti-air, I have literally no clue. Like, I've done almost nothing to build anti-air. I guess I screwed up and built 2 artillery. If you want to blame the entire loss on that if it happens. Okay, that went about as expected. We lost that. It's fine. Keep building them as decoys. Go on, bomb the turrets. Okay, let's try and get some auroras out. Okay, Commander, you're going to have to do a lot of fighting. Okay, keep dodging, keep dodging. We lost out of that. It's fine, it's fine. I'm sure this is totally going as intended. No, you guys grab me another factory right here. You move over there. You build 5 of these, go there and control. Commander, you need to actually be dodging around. Walking in a straight line is really bad for you. Come on, keep shooting. Get your veterancy, that would be really nice. There we go. Gives us some regen. Still look like you're going to die. Ow, especially with artillery fire, and lose.
Choir tonight, respond. Choir tonight, please respond. We've lost your signal. Please
I don't know what I'm
respond.
supposed to do about this, like, legitimately. If anyone has any advice, I don't know what. That's such a big attack and it's so early. Well, that's the first time I failed a mission 3 times. Okay, so let's see. You know, if this is yeah, I don't even know. Okay, build 2 factories early on. Let's get 2 earlier factories. Thing is, I feel like I'm out of resources a lot, so I'm not sure how having an extra factory is going to help me.
The city of New Catalan is to your north.
Like, I'm pretty confident in build factory, build mass extractor, power. Like, I'm confident enough in this first little bit. It seems to be pretty on point with what I need to do. Having 5 engineers seems like a good amount. Maybe that's too many. Maybe I should build 3 engineers. Like, having to literally have, like, a perfect opening build to do this just feels so odd. Anyway. Again, it's always fun to have a challenge. Okay, let's see what we can do this time. So we did stop the air that time though, so that was encouraging. So we definitely had enough anti-air. Feels like maybe 5 anti-air turrets is the sweet spot then. So maybe I can get away. Let's go for 5 engineers again. If we can get away with 5 anti-air turrets, then maybe we can just spam out Auroras from the factory and deal with our problem that way. Although, no, we shouldn't be building this yet, because we need to get all the power going into building that. Need to be efficient. Cannot waste any stuff. Let's go grab some of that. Let's go clear out these. We don't need you having extra intel. Build that. No, no time to waste. Come on. You loot produce Auroras, which can go over here and then on the patrol. Okay, we're going to get that one as well. We got one over here. Then one on the back. Then you're going to go build the turret up here, because this proved to be pretty useful in previous attempts. You know what? That being shot down, sure. I need all the mass I can get. These things have proved really useful in the past. Having the extra mass is extremely welcome. I need to go back and help this guy.
Knight, Cybran units are preparing for a counterattack. Brace for an assault from the north. Choir out.
And when you've done that, I want you to come down here
Hell off my
and
planet, monster!
okay. That. Okay, remember land forces coming in as well as the air, so we need to keep everything moving. Already lost an Aurora, it's fine, it's fine. Let's move the commander out and be aggressive with him. The Auroras are going to help with the land defense. Probably send the Auroras over here, I guess. Commander, you keep moving. We lost all the engineers, but that's fine. Just need to keep commander moving. Dodge any shots, that is always appreciated. Okay, come on, go this way. Go back. Go back again. So this is where we really needed that extra factory. Okay, so those Auroras over there, so if we can't take that out. Commander, can you please take out the one unit that actually hurts? Thank you. Okay, something's clearly attacking us back here. See, I feel like this is just holding as well as we did the second time, which is not nearly well enough. I mean, maybe it's a little bit better, I guess. We didn't lose everything, and I know that there's units behind, so I can come and head them off before we lose the factory, for instance. Oh, wait, I'm still getting hit by artillery, aren't I? I think. Yep, I'm still getting hit by artillery. Freaking artillery. Problem is I lost all my anti-air guns, so as soon as I send in any more air force, I just lose.
Knight, the Cybran assault has been blunted. Choir out.
Okay, rebuild this. That. And this. We need to get the anti-air back up. You guys, when you've got that done, are going to build me another land factory because I really need more land production. So, you know, skip that, build the land factory. Then you can go and get the point defense, repair the walls around it, and replace the 2 anti-air guns here. You are going to build that, then get me some more point defense. And a final point defense here, I think. You are going to help them out. These guys are going to loot produce Auroras and patrol them around. You're going to produce 5 anti-air guns. You can go down the back. You can actually come over here. Oh, jeez, okay, this is feeling a lot more stable than previously. It's not feeling good, but it's feeling better. Which at this point, I will take better. But you're going to go reclaim mass because we're at a deficit. We've got point defense here. We've got most of our anti-air back up. We've got some extra anti-air going down in the form of mobile. Okay, he definitely sends in another attack at some point though, so I do need to be ready for that. You, if we could go get the extra power around there, because power's slowly becoming an issue. Yep, and here we go, round 2. These will be bombers in the back. Okay, rebuild that. Doing okay. We're still fighting them off. It's good. You go and get an extra anti-air turret up here. Than that, I want you to walk here and rebuild this turret. Partly I'm actually building these turrets because they just act as a distraction for the bombers. Shoot, but now it's coming in. You need to go quickly rebuild this if you can. Get those, get this rebuilt. I'd like you to join in with patrolling, however. Okay, we're getting that back up again. Turrets here, let's start mixing in some artillery. Because they're definitely mixing in artillery. Okay, let's see if we can't take out that. Commander, you're going to have to come over here and help out. Come on, get over here. Why are these guys just sitting here idly? What's going on? Any engineers I have on another land factory, don't care where, just build more. Commander, come up here, secure this. We're going to make a defensive point here. You're gonna go like this. You're gonna build a bunch more engineers. You two can get, you know what, just dot some more anti-air around the base. Let's get some more turrets. Right. Up here. Oh, jeez, this is stressful. But we seem to have secured our footing at least. Okay, you two go. Reclaim this stuff, get that rebuilt. Repairs down here. And then probably go get a naval yard, I think. Yeah. We do want to get into Navy at some point. Dotting extra anti-air turrets around because this mission has shown me anything. It's shown me that you need as much anti-air as humanly possible. maybe as much anti-air as inhumanly possible. Let me guess, bombers. Bombers, my friends. They're sending so many bombers, it really is ridiculous. Thought of taking out this again. Okay, give me a couple of engineers that are just on patrol. Go build that. Repair this stuff. And then patrol around here. Patrols everywhere. You guys, when you're done with this, I want you to go build mass storages. Not the most efficient thing on Tech 1 mexes, but I don't have the option of having Tech 2 mexes, so this is how it's going. Here. Okay, need to take out these stupid artillery because they're obnoxious. And I'm going to need to get the gun upgrade on this commander, I think, for range upgrade. Yeah, let's go for it. And you can actually stop doing that, just produce nothing but these. I'm going to run out of power. Do some engineers. Should be somewhere around here somewhere. You guys aren't really who I was looking for, but sure. Yeah. Okay, we're going to need to go find the targets. Appear to be clear. Send you on patrol there. When you finish that, I want you to rebuild this again because this seems to be my life now. I really wish I had turrets that outranged for T1 artillery. It would be delightful. Let's do that. You guys are just spamming out power. That's fine. Reclaim. Something like this. Getting that. We've got plenty of anti-air guns. We do not have plenty of point defense. You know what, whatever. When you get a chance, just rebuild that, would you? Oh, okay, again, we...
The Avatar is waiting for word that New Catalan has been
What's going on here?
cleansed. Choir out.
Gap in our resources. Let's go that. Then let's go that one. Then you can go join that. This, you know, there's no urgency on building more boats. Let's leave the boats. Boats are not urgent. Commander now has range, which is lovely. Attack speed would be lovely as well, but I'm not sure if I should just go for double fire rate for him. I mean, the vision would be lovely, but I don't know if I should go for double fire rate. But for now, neither of them are super important, so we're going to leave that as a low priority. We're going to get more anti-air turrets, because guess what? Bombers! I hate these bombers so much. I mean, they drop a lot of mass on my base, which is nice, but they also drop a lot of, you know, bombs on my base, which is less nice. Okay, when you guys have done that, just keep building power, you know, just build power everywhere, just go nuts, just give me lots of resources, don't care. There we go. Okay. I really wish we could build T2 mexes, that'd be quite delightful. We can't build T2 anything. You build, like, I don't know, 5 more of these, why not? Couple of these, bunch more of those, some of these, one of those. Sure, I don't really care, just build stuff. Don't know which patrols are still this far back, but we're going to move them up. Commander, if you would be so kind as to get rid of these annoying artillery with your delightful range. Wait, that's the main... Oh, dang it, stupid factory. An actual patrol and we go there. And of course, again, we have lost this space, because we always lose this space. The enemy really doesn't like us having the space. Okay, again we seem to have sort of stabilised for now, so it's fine, it's fine. Nothing to worry about, right guys? Everything's going perfect. Oh man, it's just never ending. This is like a... I mean, the mission difficulty is hard, but none of the other missions have really been this hard. You know what, I'm not even going to build an air factory. I don't feel like it's even useful at the moment. I'm going to get a bunch of land factories though. Okay, so we're going to have 5 of those boats. Get 5 frigates as well when we're done with that. Those will back up. You know what, I don't actually think I'm even worried about that at the moment. I'm more worried about bombers, so I'm just going to replace that with a anti-air turret in there. Okay, let's get a patrol that is a bit more sensible, so it goes like around the edge instead of coming back in through it. Let's just grab all of you guys as well, and have you guys do the same patrol. Let's go over and here. Cool. Oh. Hello. Stinger, hi. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Are you enjoying my constant failure? I'm getting bombed a lot. One might say an alarming amount. Yeah, there's a lot of Russian people who play FAF, aren't there? I've been going through the campaigns, so I've done the original UEF and Cybran campaigns, and now I'm doing the Aeon one. This is so much harder than the Cybran and UEF ones. For some reason, so far I've only ever failed on the second missions of the campaigns, but I failed once on Cybran and once on UEF. And it was just because it caught me off guard after completing the first objective. They suddenly sent in tons of forces, which I wasn't expecting. This UEF one, though, I haven't done any objectives, and they've sent in so much stuff. Sorry, this Aeon one. It's been, like, brutally hard. Like, I've been at this for an hour and a half now between the different attempts, and this is by far the best I've managed to get out of it. Yeah, that's no worries. I mean, it's not exactly like I'm an expert. Hence why I'm probably struggling so much. Okay, Commander, you're double gun upgraded. Let's go help defense. So, do you just follow the FAF category? The Forged Lines category. Is that how you found me? Yes, it's this mission, Luca. This is my third attempt. This is the first mission I've managed to have where I haven't managed to do it in at most 2 attempts. It is so brutal. No, not you, Luca. I was talking to Stinger. I was asking how he found me. I know you know me. You follow the channel, and also I just know you anyway. So, but yeah, this has just been absurd. Like, so harsh. So this is the first mission that I've had to make 2 reattempts at. My second mission was really bizarre. I ended up like getting completely kicked off land, and I had like a naval factory down here, a land factory here, and an air factory up here. I had somehow managed to claim a power plant over here, but they had this entire area was basically completely packed full of tier 1 units and bombers and just so much stuff. Eventually I just basically gave up because I was like, I could do this, but it'll probably take me like 4 hours or something to even clear my starting zone. Yeah. I mean, are you much of an RTS player, Stinger, or is this like your first RTS game? Because they do take a bit of getting used to. Certainly. Oh yeah, CNC 3 is good. It's like the only one of the newer CNC games that I think is a good game. Let's see, let's get another just build loads of those one up. But yeah, they're sending so many bombers at me on this mission, it's just mean. Sorry, what is this CNC4 you speak of? I've never heard of it before. I wish. I still think the sad thing about CNC4 is, I think if they... Well, I feel really bad for the devs of that game, actually. Oh, yeah, Supreme Commander's like kind of a unique style of game. Obviously, the, I guess, predecessor to it, if you will, would be Total Annihilation, and then there is Planetary Annihilation, the sort of spiritual successor, kind of. But Supreme Commander is fairly unique as these things go.
are greater battles awaiting you once you finish with New Catalan. Wire out.
Okay, let's get extra production online. We're going to lose these point defences, aren't we? Because of course we are. Okay, we are expanding our influence. Yeah, I mean, it kind of undermined the name Planetary Annihilation, but I do know what you mean. It would be nice if you had the option to play on non-planets. Like, I feel like the concept is really cool, but I don't actually think I'd enjoy it. Like, I'd be way too stressed having a fully circular world playing on. It's a bit too much to keep track of for my tastes. Okay, Commander, you've cleared this out. That's good. Bunch of engineers. Sure, let's do that. I could do grabbing an engineer though, if you can come over here. Secure an extra power plant. No, no, Commander, stop it. That's a bonus objective. I'm supposed to capture this. Yeah, and yet he'll still just shoot it. Dumbass Commander. Yeah, I mean, it's super cool. Like, what you could... Wait, what? Oh, this is all these guys. You capture that. Good. You're going to come build this. And you can kill that. How are we doing? Capture one. Killed 9%. We're about to kill another one, so that's fine. I'd like to defend this if I can, because a tier 2 extractor is delightful when you can't build them on your own. It feels so good having Tech 2 mixers. And you're still building all this stuff. I have so much anti-air though. I've got 20 anti-air turrets, and yet they're still like getting into my base. And also, that is just disgusting. Oh, I guess it's a good thing I didn't really need these tanks too badly. And of course, you're gonna try and kill that mech I just built. Oh, well, I just stole. Yeah, let's just remote this, shall we? Commander, you're securing that. Cool. Extra boats coming out. Extra units. Oh, of course, I failed the bonus objective because you killed it. You guys suck. Okay, let's grab all of these, but not this one. You're going to assist this guy. He's going to do that, and then he's going to produce one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot how it splits out. We produce one. There we go. That'll be fine. Commander, keep moving around. You don't want to stand under artillery fire. That never ends well. But, yeah, sorry, Stinger, I didn't mention earlier. I play Supreme Commander 2 days a week at the moment, and then... So I play Supreme Commander on Monday and Wednesdays, where I'm doing one mission each of the campaigns. So, as I said, I've done the Cybran and UEF campaigns, although I have got them uploaded on YouTube if you want to check them out, if you want to see what I've done. Not anything particularly amazing, but, you know. And then I play usually like a single-player story type game on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So currently I've just started Dishonored yesterday. I've played Deus Ex, Half-Life, Portal, you know, those kind of things in the past. I do play multiplayer. I haven't actually streamed multiplayer yet. I tend to play too much of, like, non-serious maps. Like, I don't really play a lot of, like, settings and stuff like that. I tend to play silly things like Astro Crater and Thermo and all that kind of stupid stuff. So, I haven't necessarily been streaming that kind of thing yet. It's something I might, like, it's something I'll probably do eventually, but I'm just going through the campaign first, which is probably going to take a while. As much as I should probably be promoting myself rather than other people, if you want a streamer that does a lot of, like, multiplayer FAF, Brink, or the Brink of Insanity is a good streamer for that. I will probably do some of it eventually, but it's not my immediate thing that I'm doing. The problem is, basically, I played a bunch of the silly maps, like I said, and then because of that, it sort of buffed up my rating, so the game thinks I'm better at the game than I am. And now I'm kind of a bit self-conscious about playing the, like, regular versions of the map, because my rating is kind of high for how good I am at the game, so I feel a bit like people expect me to know what I'm doing, and I really don't. So it just makes me a little bit like, you know... well, like I said, self-conscious about my actual skill level at this game. Not to say that I won't do any multiplayer, I don't mind too much, it's just that it's not my current priority. But I do really like strategy games in general, so I'll probably play some other strategy games on stream at some point too, just because it's fun. Yeah, I think I should probably try and push out and see if we can't clear this first objective soon. Although, I'm so paranoid now that, like, something stupid's going to happen. I can't remember the mission. And Luca, don't, like... I know that I have done this mission. Like, this is... Aeon's the most recent set I did do, which is why I've left them to last. But I don't want any reminders about it. But you like RTS and FPS? Well, effectively, whilst a lot of it I don't play online, I guess the single-player games I do often tend to be FPS-style games, so... But strategy games are definitely one of my bigger genres of gaming. But did I lose that engineer that was over here? Must have done. Find some more engineers that are trolling around. Wait, did I grab all the engineers? Surely not. Oh, I did grab almost all the engineers. Jeez. I didn't realise. Okay, let's this up here. Grab this one. Go down here. Okay. Keep doing that. We're pushing out boats nice and rapidly. I think I'm going to move my boat patrol out into the bay area. Yeah, something like that. Let's get... Wait, no. Okay. That, then this, then that. So then we board something frigate. Something frigate, something frigate. Okay, yeah. There we go. I'm going to hit my unit capital where I'm going, so. Oh, I've really run out of mass. Guess this is what happens when all my reclaiming engineers go and start building things. Oh, I also accidentally stopped doing that. Oh, I really did mess up that a bit, didn't I? I'm really sad that I lost that 2-2 mass extractor, because that was looking to be pretty nice for me, to be honest, but oh well. It's just how things go. Wonder where the other one was supposed to be. Must have been this one up here, I guess, that it wanted me to steal. How's my armor looking anyway? 64 auroras, bunch of artillery, and a bunch of air. I prefer multiplayer because it's competitive, I suppose, and there's a high sense of satisfaction winning compared to our... Yeah, I can understand that. Like, I get why people play a lot of multiplayer stuff. I'm just... Like, I like multiplayer in shooters and stuff like that, but when it comes to strategy games, I'm always more of a AI person. I think it's because strategy games and multiplayer really want you to be very... spam things as fast as you can. Well, I really enjoy the like laid-back part of strategy games where you're base building and all that kind of stuff. It's just what I always liked about strategy games. Anyway, I'm gonna push in. I'm terrified of doing like... It's fun to lose against AI sometimes. Yeah, we tend to play against AI that are like really buffed up and have like enhanced build power with a bunch of mods on and do some like pretty crazy things when we play AI games, but okay. Typically they came in at the same time, but I think we're doing okay. Pushing in, taking out some buildings. Oh, they have Tech 2 tanks here. That's a bit neat. Luckily, overwhelming numbers will prevail. Well, hopefully they'll prevail. I've actually lost quite a lot of its army, but I'm rebuilding it nice and quickly, so we should be okay. Oh, this is all anti-air stuff. That's fine. Can definitely kill some anti-air turrets. No problemo. But yeah, I mean, the obvious problem with RTS AI is it's a very difficult AI to code, so they tend to not be most intelligent. Like, it's one of those games that are notorious for having their difficult AI just straight up cheat in order to make them challenging. Which is the same with Supreme Commander as well. Like, the AIXs, the X part of the name is to indicate there is a cheating AI, they don't play by the rules. Which kind of sucks, I'll admit, but, you know. It doesn't mean it's not fun, it's just a bit less engaging. How are we doing anyway? We're taking out 63%. What to get this upgrade here? Throw no dampener. Got a lot of boats up here. I think we'll stop producing those for now though, although I think I'll get a couple of extra subs on the end. And these guys are starting to push in, which is annoying because the artillery are going to shoot my turrets. Oh, artillery, you're so annoying. Let's find an engineer nearby and rebuild those now. Oh, and we don't have the storage down here, so we're going to need to... There we go. Whenever that engineer gets a chance, he can go do that. Okay, so we got pretty close to doing that objective, but we didn't actually manage it. I was expecting I'd be okay with that. But the Tech 2... Oh, that was a big group point defense, no wonder. I'm going to build my air grid over here, I think. There's nothing fine there. Finishing up storage. Definitely some mass around we could do with getting reclaimed. Let's do something like that. Why not? Okie dokie. So we've secured most of the land. We could do getting this reclaimed as well at some point if we get a chance, but it's not the most pressing priority. Okay, all these guys are happily producing away. Helping out. Wait, are you not helping out? Yeah, come on, you're all supposed to be helping him. Good, good, there we go. Okay, this has just got the subs to go. Commander's nearly got his chrono dampener, that's a pretty expensive upgrade. Don't forget about the enemy T2 Navy. Didn't know the enemy was going to send T2 Navy. Or didn't remember the enemy was going to send T2 Navy. But like I said, don't remind me about things like that. Technically I should remember, because it was only a few months ago when I did this mission. I'd rather just be surprised and then sad when I inevitably die to T2 Navy. I'm already regretting that particular statement, but you know. I'm trying to play it by ear. I'd really love some flak turrets though. They'd be very, very much appreciated. Well, that was rude. What are you doing, engineer? You're just kind of going up here and not doing a lot of anything. Oh, don't worry about it, Luca, it's fine. I'm not like, oh my god, no spoilers, because, I mean, I've played the game before, so it's not like it's a full-on spoiler. It's more just that, I don't know, I'm enjoying forgetting things, if you know what I mean. It's kind of nice sometimes when you forgot bits of the game and you get to play it again, sort of as if you don't know what's going on. Pushing through this side quite hard. So the amount of factories I've got, I have way less units than I'd like. Probably because it's spread over such a large area, I guess. I might just take out one of the control points and do something like this. Yeah, that might be a bit neater of a control path for them. Where's it going to control on that? Okay, no, that's backwards then. I want them to go left first. There we go. I think I just kind of screwed that up and let all those units pass, but it's fine, it's fine. No worries, right? So what I might even do is just set the first patrol point over there. That one there, this one here, that one over there. There we go, now when the units first come out, they go straight up here. I mean, that kind of messed up initially, but in the long run, I think that'll work out fine. Of course, it's 30 engineers. Okay, let's go get a sonar over here. 30 engineers is a ridiculously excessive amount of engineers for what I'm doing, but, you know. You two, can you please come rebuild this? Thank you. This. That was already done. And then yeah, just control one. Okay, so we've got some air factories. It's always handy to have. Do not have any mass though at the moment, so we're not going to be doing too much of that. Can we upgrade this? No, we can't. Let's go get some torpedo defenses, just in case the enemy is really obnoxious. There we go. Can you shift G engineers? No, I was kind of hoping I could shift G their building so they'd just, you know, spread out and do things, but apparently not. Okay, so I should probably get a more forward radar because that one doesn't go very far. You guys, if you could build me a new radar out here somewhere, maybe? I'm gonna build it there, or not? And then if we can get like a scout on the go, maybe that'd be quite nice. Ooh, I'm seriously in deficit of mass. Sorry, using my voice. But yeah, what I might do at some point is I might start doing some multiplayer footage for this. But if I did, it'd probably be more co-op stuff, so still potentially against AI. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm just, as I said, I'm not the biggest person for going against players in strategy games. But you know, never say never. We'll see how we're feeling at the time. Commander, you know what, I'm getting pretty paranoid about my commander. You can just go down there and feel, and let me feel a bit safer. And you know, I didn't actually do it on purpose, but I kind of made little faces out of these defensive points, haven't I? They're kind of weird looking faces, but I hadn't really noticed it until now. I made some very strange looking little smiles. Okay, this is just a complete mess, but I'm just going to let those guys do whatever they're doing, and then, you know, when you're done with that, just come over here. Commander, you might as well. You know, I don't trust this expansion. I'm going to put some turrets down the bottom, just in case.
The Avatar is waiting for word that new
This might be me remembering from having played it before that something happens, but I just don't feel safe. So you can put like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be anything too bad, so I'm just going to put like a little turret on each side just to be on the safe side. I think there's anti-air scattered around anyway. Maybe a couple more anti-air as well. Why not? Can never have too much anti-air, right? There we go. Okay, we've got scouts going out, building some bombers, just because, you know, why not? Bombers are fun. So there's not really a lot more mass for me to capture. I really just want Tech 2 mass extractors, because yeah, this is just a giant clusterfuck that I created. Okay, you guys are building me storages. Okay, let's just send some engineers up that way. Commander, you're doing stuff. Ah, bombers. Figured this would be a fun way because they've got that group point defense, which is kind of annoying for land units. So I'm just going to build a few bombers to go out, and they can take care of the problem. Oh, although I'm starting to get some air force, I am going to want some air staging, which can go. Three of them down here, maybe? Well, let's go 4. Why not? If 3 is good, 4 is better. At least that sounds like it makes sense. Bombers are just kind of happily doing their own business. I wouldn't exactly say they're quickly killing these things, but they are killing them. And that's what really counts, right? It's the thought that counts, as they say. kind of creating a giant traffic jam with my boats, though. Maybe we'll move the control path a bit to try and separate them from the engineers, because this is a bit of a mess. We need traffic lights in this game.
New Catalan has been cleansed. The way can now
Bye,
flourish
Luca. I
again.
appreciate your confidence in my ability.
Knight, we've uncovered a Cybran base on an island to your northeast. Destroy it so that the way can be revealed. Choir out.
Although you say that, I can see what you mean. We're suddenly getting hit by a bunch of stuff. Ah, there was more stuff down here. Although that's actually pretty nice looking stuff. I kind of want to go claim that. Okay, was there anything interesting that unlocked there? Did I unlock Tech 2 mexes? No. Tech 2 radar? No. Sensors? No.
And not inflict harm to the settlement.
Ignore that order, Knight. If the settlement is in your way, destroy it.
The princess has expressly requested there be no unnecessary loss of life.
So where did all these come from? I just cleared out this area. Well, things suddenly got messy again. I get better aircraft. Oh, so I do. Thanks for the heads up. That is going to be lovely.
Knight, we're not to attack this
How do you remember that? Like, jeez.
direct order. We shall cleanse this planet at a later date.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying it's kind of crazy that you remembered it. Okay, let's see. I can't remember what the enemy is like, so we're going to send out some scouts. Oh, that didn't work very well, did it? They definitely have a navy. And they're dropping Mancers here. Sneaky. Are they going to come down here? Really? Oh no, they're coming from the side.
It is
That's
covered
okay.
with a stealth field, which is why it wasn't located sooner. Watch for attacks from that position. Choir out.
Yeah, I do feel that way sometimes as well, to be fair. Like I have a better memory for video games than I do for actual life.
New orders from Avatar Marxon. Eradicate the hidden Cybran naval base. Choir out.
Okay, what I've got now. The Cybran commander tried to catch you off guard, destroys secret base. Cybrans attempting to rally their base, has heavy AA defenses, and humans are spared. 80% of the civilians must survive. Okay, don't know where the civilians are, but when I find them, I'll try not to kill them. Oh, we can get torpedo bombers now. That's pretty cool. You know, I'm kind of feeling like I should expand my air patrol out a little bit because they keep dropping transports over here and it's a bit annoying. Okay, Commander, if you can just go grab this reclaim over here.
Scans show the Cybran commander is building a fleet at his naval base. Destroy the fleet before it can launch. Choir out.
Oh, I did not catch all that. Oh, enemy cruisers that I need to take out. Guess we should move out the navy then. Kind of suck though, we've got a bunch of torp defences, but we'll see what we can do. In the meantime, if you guys can build us another, I don't know, 25 frigates, why not? Wait, objective complete? Hover army? What objective was that? I don't remember seeing that objective. It must have been one of the hidden objectives that you occasionally get. Okay. See if our navy can push in here or not. There's quite a lot of things we've got here. Also, kind of ridiculous amount of subs. I should really be keeping these moving. Yeah, I don't think that went very well. How many boats do they have? That's ridiculous. Oh, I think building all these frigates is probably a good idea.
Sink it before it can get within range of your base. Fire out.
Yeah, I definitely failed to kill that cruiser dock. Okay, let's pull back because we can't really deal with these subs, but we have torpedo defences that can deal with it.
You are no match for cyber technology.
No match for cyber technology. I'm kind of starting to feel that way myself, to be honest.
Hidden naval base is imminent. Fire out.
Yeah, destroy the naval base. I'd love to destroy the naval base. Currently the naval base is destroying me. Is that the cruiser? Because I could really do a killing the cruiser. Ah, it is a cruiser. Kill the cruiser. There we go. Cruiser down. Now we retreat back. Because we can't actually fight against these stupid submarines. Oh wait, I thought that was a loot prediction. Come on, let's actually keep doing some things. Get ready to do some more naval units up here.
Come here, Aeon. This planet belongs to the Cybran.
Okay, I'm feeling really glad that I built all these torp defences right about now. Because they are seriously pushing back in there. What is this? You guys, come take these out, please. I don't trust them. Look like transports to me. They are transports. No! Go away. Do not approve. Oh, you know what, Commander, you gotta deal with that. Commander is like super upgraded. I'm pretty sure he'll be totally fine. Yeah, Commander's so beyond powerful compared to these guys. Oh, can I get Tech 2 engineers? No, just torp bombs. Oh, okay. I think we are making some progress now. So we'll just build some walls around here. Like so. And then build our anti-air. We have really lacking mass. What kind of engineers are supposed to be going up there? What are you guys doing?
The Cybran's position is well fortified and guarded by frigates. You should use torpedo bombers is to destroy the enemy frigates and then invade the island.
Wait. Commander, what are you doing?
Fastest way to move your ground units into position. Choir out.
Don't let them run past you. Luckily he has the EMP thing, because they're just going to run into the base otherwise. Stupid commander. Okay. Seem to have sort of stabilised again. Oh, no worries, Stinger. Feel free to pop back anytime. As I said, I'll be back with more Supreme Commander on Wednesday. And I'll be playing some Dishonored tomorrow if you're interested in that. Yeah, I'm just going to build these walls first, and then I'll put the turrets aside when I have the resources, because currently I have not got the resources at all. Okay, these patrolling units seem to be holding out just fine. I'm having some serious resource issues. This is a bit of an issue too. Luckily they're all clumped up, so they're all getting hit by the AoE from the frigates. They have like a really small AoE, but it is certainly enough to be a nuisance. Yeah, I wouldn't advise flying over my base. You're not going to do too well there. I mean, you actually did better than I expected, which is displeasing, but oh well. Submarine, where are you going? You're really angry. Yeah, that's not going so great. Okay, let's see. Commander, can you please grab me some extra mass? Oh, that's delightful. There we go. That should be lovely. You guys can go grab that, and then this. Still can't upgrade to Tech 2 Maxes, which is really a shame, because that would be extremely useful. Could go steal that Tech 2 Max, but they keep dropping units here, so I don't think it'd help, to be completely honest. But these Torp Bombers that I built are absolutely delightful. That is really nice. Whew. Yeah, it's impressive how much more stressful this mission has been than, like, any other mission. Who's even on this patrol? Just one engineer? Okay, that way. Let's get up to go patrol on there. Air trying to sneak in on me again. When you guys have done this, can you go build storage, and storage? Not that it actually gets me a lot of extra income, to be honest, but I don't know, it feels good. There we go. And then we'll put the 2-point defense down as well. And that should protect this entrance with a little sideways space. Okay, I think we're going to go back into more frigate production now. The subs have stabilised the area. I think I'll put one bomber into the loop as well, why not? Where are my scouts? I'm going to scout up here and then see if you can sneak down from the top maybe. Torp bombers are having a field day. There we go, you can do that. And if you can go up there, Commander, that should be fine. I really want to secure this island, but they keep landing drops on it. Maybe if I move my patrol like really aggressively, like up here. And maybe we can catch the enemy when they're coming onto the island. Although no, there's navy up there, so I don't want to do that. Just taking unnecessary shots for no reason. What we could do is expand the land patrol out. Something like that. That might be what we're looking for. Okay, let's get some extra engineers down here. I'm not building any more land units at the moment, which might be a mistake, so let's throw... I don't know. I'm not going to loot produce it, but we're going to do like 5, 5, 5. All those. Sure, why not? We're going to shoot this down? Yes, we are. Perfect. So I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to grab these engineers. When I finish doing this, I'm going to get them to attack move up here and then actually patrol this area, because if these keep crashing it just means there's going to be a constant source of mass landing on top of them. We've got a bit of a cluster going on here. But yeah, I'm in a serious deficit of mass.
Knight, the conquest of the Cybran base seems to be taking a long time. Is there a problem? Inquire out.
Yes, I know it's taking a long time. I can definitely relate to that sentiment. You know what, let's take out the torp bombers from these two. And then these two can stop producing when they finish this loot. And then we'll have one to produce torp bomb. Actually, you know what? Stop. You can produce just torp bombers. And I want them to come and patrol this area. And you can just produce a big old fleet of regular bombers. There we go. And for this patrol we'll pull it back in because it doesn't need to be so far out anymore. Grab all our current torp bombers and come down here. There's quite a lot of little anti-air units. Keep on with us. Let's see, can 7 of these maybe get those and then get out of there again? Yeah, let's see if we can pull this off. get rid of those, but there's quite a lot of anti-air there in general that I'm going to need to deal with at some point. I want to get rid of that HQ. I'm worried about it building like destroyers or something possibly, which would be quite a pain for me. Oh, that's quite a ball up there as well. See if these bombers can do any damage. We have a bit of a problem here. Snuck past us. Get rid of these Medusas. Because they're just going to take out my turrets again. Yay! Okay, Commander, come back up here and help rebuild this. You come and rebuild these though, because the commander is too stupid to do that. And if you can build, actually we're going to need quite a lot more of these. We seem to have lost a lot of units now. Okay, let's go back to the original production cycle. And if you can get the turrets rebuilt, it'll be much appreciated. I have lost these turrets more than any other turret in the game. They really don't seem to like me having defense here. Where the hell are you guys going? You can get over there. And grass torp bomb. You know, let's see if the torp bombs can take that out and then escape or not. Maybe a bit of a suicide mission, but we'll see. Okay, but I think we are getting close now, so I want to get this base first, I think. I'd like to get rid of this if I can. Don't think that's enough torp bombers at all, though. What if we can just steal his Tech 2 Navy? That'd be kind of cool. Okay, you know what, let's get aggressive with the Navy again. Problem is I'm going to accidentally destroy the Navy factory, so there's not really any chance of me stealing it, but we'll see what we can do. Okay. Even with overwhelming numbers, it takes a while to clear out boats. But we'll get there in the end, I'm sure. Mostly dominated the land area now. I'm just getting this rebuilt. They can't land here. We've got enough anti-air defences. Hello? What are you doing? Oh, he's stuck. That's not good, is it? Turns out without those anti-air boats, we actually don't have enough naval defence down here to... What? Why is my entire navy trying to support an engineer? That's not really what I wanted them to do. Okay, let's try again. We'll push out. We've got 15 subs, 16 frigates. I think we should probably be able to crack this base. I can't believe I've been playing this mission for so long. Because I'm still in severe deficit of resources. Okay, let's go clear up this attack that's coming in. And then we'll move down. Oh, I really guess my engineers over here. Jeez. Because that is a ridiculous amount of mass for me to claim. What happened here, guys? We seem to have failed to build a thing for some reason. Okay, let's try this again, see if we can't clear out this set of the naval. Oh, I was expecting this stream to be like, I don't know, an hour and a half long at most if I had a failure. Less than an hour if not, being only mission 2. And we're at 2.5 hours now, so, I mean, I guess I'm getting my money's worth out of this mission. Just don't seem to have enough firepower to kill things quickly, seems to be my problem. Why is it taking so long to get kills done? Probably because I've been mass stalling so hard, I guess. I just don't have the resources to build a big enough navy. Yeah, everyone get out of there if you can. Okay, let's see. Oh, you might as well grab this, speaking of mass. And then I'm actually going to move my commander out in an aggressive fashion. I'm going to see if we can't go claim some of this. Why these have target objectives above the head. I'm pretty sure that was from the first mission that we already finished. Now, if I can steal this, that would be absolutely lovely. Speaking of which, can you come with the commander? Because we could do with an engineer to help out with that. Should be fine. What we're going to do is we're actually going to start some my Tech 1 bomber stockpile down here. Looking forward to these guys coming up here as well. That is a lot of mass dropped from the front door. As well as these engineers that are slowly working their way out towards this big old mass pile. Oh, darn it. I forgot to stop the commander from attacking, so he killed it. That was not what I was supposed to do. Oh well. It is what it is. It's at least an extra mass extractor.
If you're unable to destroy the Cybran base, the Avatar will have you replaced. Acquire out.
Oof. So we've kind of got the defences mostly secured, I want to say, but we're having a bit of a hard time actually pushing out and finishing off the enemy now. Yes, this is the difference between stabilising and winning. Stabilised we have, won we have not. Okay, how are we doing on torp bombers? We've got 4. Might swap another factory onto torp bombers, I think, actually. Okay, we'll double our torp production. Okay, these guys are getting me some good mass down there. We've got plenty of bombers coming in. Still coming out of the Navy. I'm kind of wondering if I should actually move all these engineers up to assist with torp bomber production, or null bombers, or something like that. Yeah, I think I might actually. Let's swap from heavy naval production to beat the enemy navy, and let's just torp bomb them into the ground. I mean, that's the T2 option we have, so seems like that's what the game expects me to be doing. Excuse me, where are you going? Sneaky little mantis. I mean, you're not going anywhere, but how did you get there? Like, what kind of nonsense is this? Oh, you know what I would like actually? I would like a radar here, I think. Yeah, something like that. And then we can still go 1, 2, 1, 2. And we'll get extra anti-air up here just because it's quite out on its own. There we go. Now we have some extra intel what's going on here. Still wish I could have T2 radar because these Tech 1 radars are very small. You know, let's see if we can't get up here and figure out what's going on. It's not managing to shoot down these planes, am I? Sorry, these transports, not planes. Oh. Another big wave coming in. And of course they killed it. I really don't like these turrets, do they? Okay, 9 torp bombers. Ah, so this is what we have to not kill. I mean, it's like in the middle of nowhere on its own. Surely not killing that's pretty easy. It's not like I'm throwing nukes around and might accidentally clip one. So we're definitely getting our torp bombers out nice and fast now. Okay, I think that's probably enough with 13. Gonna hit that, pull back, here, and re-patrol. With being Tech 2, they do have a decent amount of health. I mean, not when they go into like everything, but I mean that's a pretty solid amount of damage they're doing. Looks like we'll probably get past. Yeah, I think we've got this totally. Need one more pass from a couple of these, hopefully. Wait. Oh. Okay. That was like as on the line as it could have been, though. I got the factory, but that was... Whew, that was a lot closer than I was expecting it to be. Okay, let's see what it is. I think now is probably a good time to move in on the enemy. If we can manage it. Let's... Oh. Hello? Toast not found. I like your name. Although it makes me kind of sad, because toast is delicious. How are we doing? Let's see if we can push in here since we took out the shipyard. I assume you've... Oh, rebuilding a shipyard? I do not approve of this. Don't want none of that. Although we should probably take out the civil fighting first. Do you just follow people that play Subcom, I assume is how you found me? I'm always curious how people find my stream, so... Usually it seems to be game categories. Yeah, Subcom's awesome. I've been going through and replaying all of the original Supreme Commander missions through the FAF client. And it turns out that some of them are brutally hard. This mission in particular is... this is the second mission of the Aeon campaign, right? And this has been the hardest mission. I've completed the UEF and the Cybran. And this mission has been way harder than the last Cybran or UEF missions of the campaign. And the main point is, when you first start, you have 2 minutes, and they just send this absurdly large wave of tanks and aircraft and bombers at you. Just I had to optimize it so that I was only building the exact necessary things. I had 5 anti-air turrets were almost the first things I built. It was so harsh. So, funnily enough, although weirdly from all the campaigns, the second mission on each campaign has been the hardest mission. So the only missions I've ever failed and had to repeat have been the second mission. I failed the second UEF mission once and the second Cybran mission once, but every other mission I did first time. So, I don't know why the second missions are so hard, but maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of mental hang-up and I'm just getting paranoid now, but... I'm having great fun though, it's nice that the FAF versions have increased difficulty, because I do remember it being a little bit too easy originally. And bombers just start stacking up. Good. Top bombers are a little bit crazy though, and fly off on their own. So I need to get some anti-air boats in this mix. But yeah, so I've been playing the Subcom missions, just one mission per stream twice a week, so I've been doing it on Mondays and Wednesdays, if you want to know when I stream Subcom. Other than that, I'm playing through, I stream also on Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, where I tend to stream some sort of a single player story game. So at the moment I'm playing Dishonored. Usually it's something a bit older, because I have quite a back catalogue of things I hadn't got around to playing, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to play on stream, which is kind of how I started streaming. So I started Dishonored yesterday, that was the first part of it. And I'm going to be playing some more tomorrow again. So I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, if it's pure strategy games, but if you are interested in Dishonored, feel free to tune in. I'm not claiming it will be particularly high level gameplay, but, you know, I'm having fun. Oh, I do feel like I've stabilised this mission. I just need to get enough forces together to actually win now. Which, you know, I probably have enough torp bombers here to just sweep through and take everything out, I think. Famous last words, right? This is getting a bit congested, guys. Can we... I don't know, do something about this. So how about you? Do you stream yourself or anything like that? Or do you mostly just play subcom as like... And do you play like casually? Or are you more of like a ladder type player? It's always interesting to talk to people in the subcom community. It's pretty cool. It's like definitely my favourite RTS game. I got into playing games originally via the original Red Alert on the PlayStation of all things. You know what? I just want to get rid of that Naval Factory if I can. This is probably a bit suicidal, but I can get rid of that and then get out of there. That'd be lovely. There we go. Actually, what I really want to do is come up here and get rid of these guys, because they're a bit annoying. You've been on a stream break and I've been away from home for a few months, but before moving away, I was playing lots of Subcom 2 with friends. Brutal. Yeah, Subcom 2 is one of those weird games where I actually think it's a good game. Like, I know that's not the, I don't know, common opinion for Subcom 2, but I actually do think it's a really good game. I just think it's a bad sequel. Like, it's really solid. It's enjoyable. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some definite problems it has, but it is really enjoyable. But it's just not a good sequel to, like, Forged Alliance. It needed to be like its own IP or something, you know? Because, I've got a friend who I originally started playing this game with, and he's kind of, well, he's more of an actual adult these days and doesn't have as much free time as I do. So he doesn't really have time to commit to playing Supreme Commander, like Forged Alliance, very much because of how long the missions can do. So if we play together, it usually ends up being the original, it usually ends up being Supreme Commander 2 because the missions are often a bit faster and just, you know, a bit simpler and stuff. So I actually do play a decent amount of Subcom 2. Where's my command? You're upgraded, you can walk in here and just fight these guys, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I might need to actually set targets here because this patrol is not working out so well. So you can just, there we go. Do that, and then do this. And that. Yeah, that's what I play. You missed earlier someone in chat called Luca, who I kind of know from... I actually know him from a different stream. I don't know if... Do you watch Brink of Insanity, who streams Subcom a lot? But yeah, so I actually know a guy called Luca from there, and we tend to play together and play like... You don't... Oh, Brink's probably... I think Brink's like the biggest Subcom streamer. I'm not sure if he's streamed much lately, but if you want to see more like, sort of... He'll do either community games or ladder and stuff like that, but he'll play against other people more, where I tend to play against AI. But he's, like, totally recommend him as a streamer. Totally cool guy and just really good content. He plays, like, a lot of variety and different things, so it's fun. They play, like, Phantom games at times, too, which tend to be a good laugh and a bit ridiculous. But yeah, so Luca, who was here earlier, who I met from that stream, he tends to... Sorry, I'm getting distracted whilst I try to do things. Him and another guy called Amsterdam I play with, and we'll play like against the Uveso AI that are cheating with like all the different unit mods on and just like completely ridiculous things, and we'll like... It'll start off like half an hour or more of just insane... Can we turtle our way through this before eventually it turns into, like, you know, actually fighting back as they send like waves of experimentals at us and stuff. It's great fun. Oh, I have to say, like, me and my friend, when we did play this when we were younger, we used to be super stubborn. So whilst we were totally terrible at the game, but we used to be super stubborn. So even when we were losing, oh, I hit my unicat. Even if we were losing, we would just basically refuse to die. We'd go under the water because the AI was really bad at killing you if you hid away under the water, and we'd basically set the sim speed to like +10. And just put like an upgrade on the commander, or start building like an experimental at the bottom of the sea, and then we'd go to bed, wake up the next day after leaving the computers on into a room that was like stupidly hot because the computers obviously ran hotter back then and shit. And we'd get up and have like an experimental built and just walk it onto the land and fight against the AI with it. But effectively we spent like literally 8 hours real time at +10 because we had no resources to build an experimental. It was so stupid. Back in the day when your parents were paying your electricity bill, right? I say that, I actually, due to circumstances, am living at home at the moment again, so, I mean, maybe that's somewhat pertinent again, but I don't want to completely abuse their goodwill, so. Oh yeah, I'd say there's definitely some things in Supreme Commander 2 that I think are pretty cool, like the being able to get that upgrade where you eject out and you're like a tiny little escape pod that flies around. There's something just adorable about that. Okay, let's see. Let's try and clear out the rest of this navy, shall we? I don't want any boats left. Nothing in the water. Oh, which reminds me actually, no boats left, which means you guys can go join him instead. We don't need any more of this. Torp bombers. We do all this stuff, that, and this. And we'll just... Oh wow, he's really rebuilt all this, hasn't he? He's so. And here was me thinking I didn't need any more torp bombers. We might have our work cut out for us still. You know what? I think that we're going to have all the land factories assist you. We're going to build up a legion of Auroras and just float across the water and go. Yeah, I'll be able to play Subcom 2 on stream at some point. I can't remember Subcom 2 if you can play the campaign co-op. That'd be kind of cool, but I'm not sure if you can. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, thanks for the follow, and I'll see you again next time. It's always good to see a new face. Okay, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to try and take out all of the anti-air guns, I think. So, where are they? Anti-air, anti-air. There we go. Get rid of all the anti-air, and then we'll take out the factories and the power. Go, my bombers, go! You're going to produce frigates now only. We definitely have a unit cap. Probably have a ton of... Okay, we have way too many planes at this point. This is getting a bad hand. You know what I should probably do, actually? Is... you come here and give me some transports, like, I don't know. Bombers are having fun. Honestly, that went way better than I expected with the bombers. Yeah, can we just go to these things quickly? And do that. We're just getting picked off from the sidelines by these annoying little anti-air turrets. Okay, so we're going to use this land arm to beat on up here. Ooh, definitely we're going to get the PGM, which is a bit of a shame. Nearly. No, we're definitely not getting any more landings in here. That's good. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's too many transports. Didn't realise it was on loot production. Calm down, guys. Calm down. There's enough transports. Well, I'm gonna have like 50 transports or something. Not quite, but way too many. Okay, not entirely sure what I'm doing with all these. Okay, let's just grab literally everything. And get the transports to move them around. Go! Yes, I should probably just move your auras over manually. Commander, go there. This... No, stop. Stop producing more transports. Produce more bombs. Commander, you need to run faster. What are you doing? Why are there anti-air turrets on the... Go back. Just drop them down here. March these guys up here. Make an engagement. I need more transports. Jeez. Cool with transports.
Conquest of the Cybran base seems to be taking a long time. Is there a problem? Inquire out.
Okay, and then you can come here and just build a bunch of anti-air turrets because I'm sick of all these drops. Okay. Now, move in. There's a big clump. Let's clean this out and let's be done with this mess. There might not even be enough forces. Jeez. Definitely pushing them back, but I don't think we're actually killing it quite yet, are we? Can we get a scout, please? We're going to do a scout. If they got a power, that would probably help. The bombers do. Ooh, we're really struggling to take out that naval factory. Let's rebuild this naval factory as well. So how much power do we need? It's going to be our hand. Okay, you know what? First of all, let's just take out the enemy air factory real quick. Okay, that is more frigates than I thought. Oh dear. Let's see, 25 of these. Each one can carry 6 tier 1, so 6 times 25 is 150? 4, 5, yeah. There we go. Let's build 25 Gecko gunships. As soon as I did not have enough anti-air built before they landed. Come on, Commander, move it. At this point, let's just set up a full patrol up top. You can rebuild some of these turrets that you were clearly in the process of making. We have a ridiculous amount of bombers. Let's just get rid of all this junk. Oh, you guys are still alive. Honestly, did not expect them to survive that. Oh, but we're definitely getting towards finishing this up. Wait, 94%? How did I destroy some of this? What happened here? Did my torp bomber die and land on the building and kill it? Really? Oh dear. Okay, that was a lot of anti-air over there. Nope. More sneak attacks over here. Frigates. More bombers. Let's again see if we can't clear out the anti-air turrets, because anti-air turrets are a pain in the hoop. So 31, so 52, 53, 54, 55, 40, 45, 50. There we go. And then we'll claim that we're doing a drop off over here. And then get all 150 you guys. I think this is the quickest way of loading them, so as soon as they're loaded I'm going to grab all the gunships because I don't actually want to transport them. I want to make a giant army of ghetto gunships. Aha. Now my force is complete. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go attack this naval area up here. This is probably going to go terribly, just to be clear. I don't actually expect this to do anything useful. It just looks kind of fun. Because little units like this can actually shoot out transports, which is pretty cool. So this is technically a lot of firepower. Problem is, of course, they can get shot out the transports, and the transports aren't super tanky, so you know, it's not exactly the most optimal combat unit. But since I can't get gunships, I'm just going to make my own. And I mean, they do a lot of damage. So they're not completely useless, certainly, but I have already lost like 4 of the transports, and even transports that are still alive have lost a lot of the units. But seriously, go away, engineers. Stop rebuilding things. Okay, we've completed an objective. Go, my angry little gunships, fight! There's something funny looking about this. I mean, they actually make for surprisingly effective gunships. And then you get an army of little tanks when you just drop them off. Very weak tanks, but you know. Okay, I think we can probably just finish this off with the obscene number of bombers I have at this point. There we go. Problem. Solution. Okay. Send in all of the bombers. Wait, why have these died again? Seriously. Stop killing my anti-air turrets I'm building. It's just rude. Well, this mission has been extremely difficult.
There is a large force of Cybran tanks and bots deploying to the north. We're uploading the schematics.
Wait, we're not
to
done?
Oblivion
Oh my god, we're not done.
defense turret
I thought we were
and
done.
the
Commander, get back. If you die... Oh god. Commander, no. Please don't. Bombers, come up here. I thought the mission was over. Oh god, this mission never ends. I didn't realise there was more to this map. I was about to say that we were finished. This is such a brutal mission. Why is it taking me nearly 2 hours? Yeah, I'm getting the commander out there. I'm not... I don't know why I have my commander up there. He shouldn't be risking anything at this point. Oh wait, all I have to do is kill the land force. Does that mean that when I kill this I've won? Does it not expand more?
The assault has been repelled. Attack the enemy's strong
No, we still have more.
the Cybran commander.
This really is such a harsh mission. Okay, we've got any scouts left? No we don't. Oh what? Interceptors, you're on our scouts. Is there anything around here? What I really do is just stop this for a second. Then produce like a few of these. Aha! Middle base. So commander, eastern and western base. How about a middle? I assume there's a middle base as well, right? Wait, can I get Tech 2 now? Sure, I saw Tech 2 engineers. Tech 2 land. But what can I build with a Tech 2 engineer? Oh, I get Tech 2 mass as well.
The east is protected by an artillery position. The artillery is located
This is a
west
terrible
of their
idea.
stronghold. If
Goodbye,
you can
Max.
capture it, you can unleash its fury against the Cybran.
Oh, what's this? Destroy or capture? Capturing them seems like a decent idea, right? Could be a bit of fun. So what can we build? We can build flak, Tech 2 point defense, and more air factories. I mean, that's not really that useful, but it's cool enough. Let's build some Tech 2 power, shall we? Why not? This might be a case of extraordinary overkill. But it looks like fun, so we're going to do it anyway. Wait, what? Oh shoot, I'm slowly trickling boats in there. That was silly. Let's send the anti-air boats in. Might be a bit more useful. Oh. Geez, at this rate, this one mission is going to run into become a longer stream than my usual, like Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday streams are. Oh, got rid of the anti-air. We also got rid of a lot of our bombers, so that was probably a bad idea. Ooh, that makes me realise. When they're done with this, they can come up here and actually make a defensible position. But are you reclaiming my stuff? Really? I don't care if I bomb my own stuff. I will hit you.
Aeon people
Oh, great. Huge block of submarines. Just what I needed. Yeah, I'm at a bit of a mass deficit because I decided to try and upgrade like every master structure I own at the same time. May have been a bad idea. Not that I could possibly know this in advance. There's subs here as well. There's subs everywhere. Do I have the option of better radar yet? No, I still... Really? You still keep me on Tech 1 radars? I don't know what it is you hate about me and having intel, but...
We are awaiting word of the destruction of the Cybern base, Knight. Inquire out.
Well, let's go get rid of these boats. Who needs torp bombers when you have just general bombers? I mean, I'll be fair, the torp bombers actually do a better job of, you know, bombing things, but... Okay, we need more air staging, like... What the heck is going on here? How did we lose this? Like, on top of our base. This will not do. Okay, then, when you've prepared all that stuff, you can simply go and build like a big old stupidly long line of air staging. That'd be great.
Until every symbiont is free from your terror.
Amphibious tanks, so that's what the problem is. Sending submersible tanks after us. Yeah, sure, you get distracted by that. Go rebuild this bit. We've always got upgraded now. Sweet. We can upgrade this as well. We can move these guys up to here. And get some buildings on the go. Okay, we'll get this going. We still can't get Tech 2 radar because the game hates us, so we'll get a Tech 1 radar. There we go. That should keep them busy. Excuse me. Supposed to repair all this stuff, and you're supposed to actually have a turret here. What the heck happened? Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, we even lost a... Jeez. I've got a lot of bombers everywhere at this point, don't I? This is just a silly amount of bombers. Yeah, I really need more air staging. Like, I need to get these built quickly because this is getting silly. I know I have no mass. I should probably solve that problem over here. Okay, we'll also take 2 mass extractors. Still thinking the force is down here, which is a bit annoying, but it's fine, we'll cope with it. Okay. This bit getting built up. Nice, nice. Extra protecting mass extractor. That's just a completely stupid map bombers.
Zeta Canis is almost ours, Knight. Defeat the Cybran commander. Choir out. Cybrans can be tough opponents, Knight, but we have every confidence that you will prevail. Choir out.
Yeah, we need to rebuild a few of these fighters, I think. Wait, what the hell are you doing over here? Okay, let's retreat back to the torpedo defences. I don't mind fighting enemy frigates, but I don't really want to fight the enemy subs. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to take all bombers and get rid of the... Wait, what? Did I just build a bunch of scouts? Okay. We're going to take, maybe not all bombers, we can take these bombers. 117 of them. That should be enough to kill Commander, I think. I'm just going to find that Commander and just blow him up. Because honestly, I'm a bad one with this mission. Gonna grab this. Gonna wait until this. That's not a spy plane. Where's the scout? Why don't I have any scouts? I haven't done my scouts. Okay. Gonna build a scout. Gonna grab the scout. Go say hi. You go scout things, Mr. Scout. Then these bombers. 130 of them. Get ready. I was kind of hoping I'd find the commander. Oh, there we go. Think we got the commander in? Looks like we did. Okay. And hopefully the commander goes pop. I mean, obviously the front ones get taken down, but this is a lot of them, and they don't have flak. No, they don't have flak, so I think I'll get in. Yeah, that's definitely enough. There we go. Problem solved. I mean, we lost 130 bombers doing that, but he lost a commander. Like so. Sadly, the explosion isn't enough to take out the whole base, which would have been delightful, but... Okay, let's try and get rid of all the ridiculous amount of anti-air he has in this base. I apologise that this is turning into a ridiculous mess. Oh, there we go. Have fun, bombers. I guess we need to get rid of all these frigates as well, because these also shoot air. Too many frigates. I think I have them all targeted now, though. Oh, never mind, the one just came out. Okay, there we go. Bombers just go nuts. There's a ridiculous amount of you, just kill everything. What's going on here? Okay, you guys still on fun here? Looks like we're still having a good time. I took out that stupid one that was accidentally waypointed onto, so I should solve that problem. Sweet. So is this where all those stupid drops have been coming from the entire game? This tiny little island? Oh, they've got gunships up there. I'm going to assume that these bombers are going to be happy enough to just take out whatever they want. Like, there really shouldn't be an island left after this.
The Western Cybran stronghold.
Jeez, it actually required me though to take out like the last tank. Can I don't really want those landing.
Taking so long to defeat the Cybran base knight. Inquire out.
I don't want these engineers being here either. Okay, so I'm feeling glad that I built a lot of air staging because, well, I have a stupid amount of air. Now, I'd like to claim these just because it seems like a fun way of fighting against that. So I think what we're going to do is... Oh, hello. Do not approve of that. This is not very useful. No, what we're going to do is we're going to grab these four here. And we're going to move them up this way. Then we're going to take you, and we're going to send, I don't know, 5 engineers down there. Why not? You know, I'm actually just going to build more of these. Like, I have so much air. There we go. Let's just build the largest factory line of air staging known to man. It's cool that AI is actually reclaiming stuff though. And we're going to build, I think, 25 torp bombers. You know, at this point, these are only being used to produce tanks, so I'm actually going to get rid of those and instead build like a lot of air factories to produce like 2 engineers instead. Okay, how can you build that? It's totally out of range. Cheating commander is cheating. Oh, you have picked off my engineers. Okay, let's get these fueled up. They don't really need to be on the move constantly because it's just kind of a waste of resources. Let's get that rebuilt. Just going over. Okay, I'm gonna build that. These. I'm gonna rebuild those, and then we're actually gonna just dot some point defense along the shore. Along with some flag. Because it's getting kind of annoying them sneaking around the bottom. Okay, we seem to have fueled up most of our bombers nicely. You guys are still pumping out these bad boys. What are you doing again? Just doing that. I think that's probably enough of those. You can just finish at the end of your current loop. Let's grab a few scouts, go around the back and see if we can make it in to get some intel. And of course, you got 1 out of fuel bomber. We get you guys to come get rid of this stuff. Slowest death of an engineer ever. I could totally dodge, but yeah. We'll just have the boats come in and solve the problem. You know what? It says capture or destroy. So I'm just going to destroy them. Then after I've destroyed them, I'm going to send these guys to do what they do best, which is destroy everything. Since if there's no flak, you really do not have good counter to copious amounts of bombers. Like, flak is basically the only answer to this. SAMs aren't even that great at stopping this kind of thing. Okay, apparently there must be something here that has AoE damage though, because that was crazy. What was that? Oh, I think Tech 2 gunships have a bit of AoE, don't they? Ah. Interesting, interesting. I still took out all the anti-air, but I lost like an obscene quantity of bombers. Okie dokie, let's try and rebuild this a bit more aggressively, I suppose. Did not expect that to be the result of my decision there, but we'll take it as it is. Okay, let's see if the torp bombers can get rid of the Navy at least. Kind of regretting not just stealing these now and letting them bombard it, but they were just sending gunships over to clear it out, so it wouldn't really help much. Okay, let's see if they can get a pass on this one. At this point, we just need to take out one last annoying naval factory, and geez, that's a ridiculous amount of boats I've got over there. Like, why are there that many boats? It says me with the why are there that many gunships, but you know. Yeah, that's just a kind of stupid amount of frigates. I'm just going to build up a bunch of bombers and just clear the island out. This is going on for far too long now. Oh, excuse me. Wait, why have interceptors flying out here? It's not very useful. Okay, how are we doing on bombers? 73. Okay, Commander, come on, help this one along. We built last, so it needs a bit of a bump. Okay, there, let's build more bombers. Add 10 factories worth of bomber production. Because that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I could just, like, you know, build a giant line of factories, but I'm going to, even I'll run out of mass and power and stuff at that point.
Check your objectives if necessary, Commander. Choir out.
Okay, we have some bombers. We have some targets. And we have a Shift G command. Okay, well, good luck to those bombers. If you fail, there will be more. But you know what? I think a bit more power would actually be a decent idea here. Well, they seem to be having fun anyway. I don't know if I have to kill literally everything. But we'll try and kill literally everything anyway, because, you know. Okay, that should be the last, like, production building. Will that count? No. Guess maybe we need to kill this factory that's coming online, or the engineers, or something. I don't even know at this point. I've got like another 100 or some bombers in the back. Aha! Finally! Are we done? This mission has crippled me mentally.
The Avatar of War will be pleased. Choir out.
Oh boy.
Zeta Canis is now under our control. Well done.
I've actually really enjoyed it, to be honest. Like, this was really fun, but really hard. Oh. What did I fail? Destroy Cyber Cruiser in the dark and capture the mass factories. Oh yeah, and that was... Oh, build 400 Auroras. Oh, okay, so... That was the second mission of the Aeon campaign, which was... I don't remember what it's called anymore. Machine Purge, more like Brain Purge. But yeah, so that was mission 2, Machine Purge of the Aeon campaign. We definitely struggled a lot with this one. But that is kind of a trend of mission 2, but this was a lot worse than the other ones. The other ones tended to be from not knowing what I was doing. This one, even when I knew it, was pretty brutal. So if this is anything to go by for how the rest of the Aeon campaign is going to go, then maybe the Aeon campaign is just dramatically harder than Cybran and UEF. We will find out on Wednesday when we attempt the third mission. Never know, these might turn into very long streams at this rate, but thanks everyone that stopped by. Thanks to Stinger and Toast Not Found for the follow. I will catch you guys next time on Wednesday if you're just here for Subcom, or I'll catch you tomorrow on Tuesday if you want to see some Dishonored. On that note, I'm going to get some food and have some more to drink because my voice is killing me. Thanks everyone for stopping by.